One of the most impactful traditions, as rated by students in the survey, is Auburn football. Attending football games is a rite of passage as an Auburn student. Due to the extreme rivalries of the SEC and the impact of the first football coach, Dr. George Petrie, Auburn University students will forever be both students and the most extreme football fans. The chants and songs sang at the game are led by the student section. From observational research, it is easy to assume that such chants are passed down traditionally from generation to generation. The traditions of football games are sacred to the Auburn family. Even Camp War Eagle has a section of the day devoted to giving new freshmen a more minor experience of the future games they will attend. As students attend games, they gain a part of the Auburn experience. Cheers, chants, songs, and the ultimate experience of being an Auburn fan, which unites students to each other as well as to the alumni. Students were asked in the survey how Auburn traditions impact them. In this case, these students felt strongly about football games as being a bonding tradition. One said, "You were united with the entire student body to cheer for your team. Watching the eagle fly, hearing the fight song, and watching hype videos puts a smile on my face because it makes me proud to be part of all the Auburn traditions." Another proclaimed, "I love the sense of community and how we all come together to support our team."
Sing to rock, we go, more damn eagle, kick him in the butt, big blue, hey!
It was widely reported by students that participation in football games is one of the most loved parts of attending Auburn. One student stated, "I love attending football games with friends and family because despite how terrible my week is, on Saturday the focus shifts to the common thread of football, and for at least a day I can forget everything else." Another said attending football games is more important because a good attitude is essential in the football-crazed region of the South, and I aim to keep up Auburn's reputation of class by participating in those traditions. Football has become more than a sport played in the stadium. It is an element of togetherness for students, present and past, to feel connected, integrating the old and new into the Auburn family. While the importance of attending games and supporting the team through full student participation is described and seen at every game, events following an Auburn win showcases the Auburn spirit. As a school, students come together to roll Tumor's Corner. Some may see this as trivial, due to the students throwing toilet paper over the trees. However, traditionally, it is symbolically a celebration of a win for the Auburn Tigers. Other students see this celebration as a better example of the Auburn spirit than just the attendance of football games. A student stated, "Rolling of Tumor's Corner is a long-standing tradition that shows the spirit and love of the Auburn family." Another said, "I always saw it done on TV and never thought I'd be lucky enough to participate in it. Well, I do now, and I love it." The other most popular and highly listed tradition of Auburn is the use of the phrase War Eagle. Described by William White in his letters, an archival resource of mine, the origin of War Eagle dates back to 1913 at a pep rally in Langdon Hall. The brass eagle on the top of the hat of a student named E.T. Elson fell off following the cheerleader's speech about the impending game being a war. When questioned about what the brass eagle was, he replied, "War Eagle." The student body started cheering War Eagle, and the battle cry continued on. Since then, War Eagle has been used as a worldwide recognized greeting and exists as a way of identifying people of the Auburn family. According to survey responses, you can say War Eagle to anyone and they will respond. It gives the whole campus more of a family feel. Hearing War Eagle makes me feel proud to be part of the Auburn family. This is shown through many ways that Auburn students use War Eagle, whether that be at football games, in conversation, or in the middle of songs. Students wholeheartedly agree that the use of War Eagle outside of the Auburn campus shows the widespread Auburn family that is gained by attending the university. One student reported, "I've traveled all over the world, and people would recognize a symbol and give me a War Eagle." Another wrote, "War Eagle is just a reminder that I am now part of something bigger." It is an addition to the Auburn experience that connects the Auburn family through words. This greeting is even used by celebrities, which provokes a strong reaction from a very enthusiastic group of Auburn men and women.
Till we get a war damn eagle!
Auburn's library, lovingly called RBD, is the home of a majority of my secondary and archival research. Here I was able to look at the first handwritten Auburn Creed by Dr. George Petrie. Written to distinguish goals and values of Auburn men and women, Dr. Petrie's final words of the creed are commonly recited by Auburn students today. Most recognize the importance, which was stated by the student who wrote, "The Auburn Creed is important because it gives the students a sense of pride and accountability. These are the things that make Auburn men and women different from the rest. The most impactful part of the creed, which is shown at the beginning of this video, is the commonly used line of "Because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it." To many, the creed, in particular that line, ties together the Auburn experience and sets the foundation that this tradition of believing in Auburn and loving it is an undeniable part of the Auburn experience. Further research was done when I discovered the legend of the lathe. This tradition, which is least recognized of all the traditions, is an example of what traditions are known to Auburn fans who are just fans versus those known to very traditionally involved Auburn students. The legend states that if an Auburn man kisses an Auburn woman at the lathe at midnight and it does not move, then she must be a good and pure woman. As one student reported in the survey, participation in the lathe tradition is important to me because I love my girlfriend and knew it was something that she really wanted to do. While very few people have participated, according to the survey, the amount who have reported having knowledge of the tradition was higher than expected and shows that there is a distinction between Auburn fans and students. The lathe tradition and legend is a connection to former Auburn students who appear to have historically participated. Surprisingly, the results of the survey show neither football nor War Eagle as the most impactful and highly participated tradition. The most impactful tradition on the Auburn students' experience is the avoidance of the land-grant seal. The story of the land-grant is that if an Auburn student steps on it, they will not graduate on time or meet their true love at Auburn. The high avoidance of the seal is observable on a daily basis, and according to Auburn students, it is a funny and great tradition to have. "It is just funny to see how there's really a story for everything on Auburn's campus," stated one survey response. Another said, "I take great care to avoid the Auburn seal because I want to graduate on time." This irrational fear of part of the ground on the campus is a bonding tradition of Auburn experience and creates unity between all those who believe in it and survive their time here without stepping on it. It is an additional bond between the Auburn family. The most important question on my survey was, how do Auburn traditions affect your experience as an Auburn student? Many of the answers had corresponding beliefs, but 5 responses particularly exemplified what it's like to experience Auburn as a student and earn a right to be part of the Auburn family. I believe traditions allow us to pass on our hopes, dreams, and experiences to a younger generation. They don't make a significant difference in your life if you don't appreciate them. I have only been a student for a couple of months, but knowing and participating in the traditions, I feel like a member of the Auburn family. I think they give an opportunity for students to participate in something that in some way celebrates the university, which in turn makes it feel like a community or family. It unifies the student body and community and gives the Auburn family feel that it's so famous for. I believe they add to the college experience by creating a sense of uniqueness and inclusiveness because the aforementioned traditions are only things that Auburn students or alumni would know about. The traditions allow for a common base for everyone who attends the university. We're a family. In all, the research conducted has verified my original belief that Auburn experience is a result of many traditions built up over the years. Because their traditions bring together Auburn students, past and present, the Auburn family has a plethora of shared beliefs. In the words of influential Dr. Petrie, "Because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it."